April 22nd, Notes from Papa. To my wonderful, most wonderful and cherished child, whom I am totally for. I am so happy and pleased that you are starting to grasp that I am yes and never yes but. Understanding my divine yes is all important to our relationship, and thus in your relationship with everyone else. In Christ Jesus, all things are yes and. Yes, it is true that I love you unconditionally, and there are no buts, no conditions, no limits, no expectations, no exclusions. I love you, and everyone unconditionally, and that is the total truth. Yes, it is true that I chose you, and everyone, from before creation, in love, to be adopted into our triune circle dance of love, joy, peace, and everything good. We did that. Yes, it is true that we took away all the sin of the world, past, present, and future. We forgave it all. We don't hold any sin against anyone. We don't impute sin to anyone. We chose not to remember or bring sin up to anyone. Yes, that is true. No buts, conditions, caveats, limits, or exclusions. All yes. Yes, it is true that our unearned, unmerited grace covers absolutely everything in your relationship with us. We made you a new creation. The old Adamic sin inheritance race is gone. Passed away, dead, no longer exists. Yes, it is true that in our love, by our grace, and because of our unquenchable desire to be forever in our love-saturated relationship with you and everyone, we made you and everyone pure, holy, innocent, right with us, without fault or blame, and perfect for us. That is true. And there are no expectations, no exceptions, no exclusions, no limits or conditions. Yes, it is true that we created everything and everyone in Christ Jesus. Christ is all and in all. Christ holds everything together. No conditions, no exclusions, no exceptions, no limits. Yes, it is true that our definition of justice is making all things right for everyone and restoring all things to our original intent of perfection. Yes, it is true that we are not willing that any perish, and that we want everyone to know, experience, and enjoy the eternal new life in Christ that we have already given them. It is all yes in Christ. There is no exceptions, no exclusions, no limits, and no conditions. Yes, it is true that most people aren't aware of our yes, and most people live in some degree of darkness. And it is true that Jesus is the light of the world, and his light exposes all darkness, and eventually the white-hot, consuming light of our fiery, unconditional love for everyone will expose and take away all the shadows and darkness. One day, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, and all things will be restored.